Good afternoon, everybody. It's just gone 4 o'clock on Tuesday the 20th of April, and as you can see, I'm back down the Grand Union Canal. Stretch I've been visiting lately. I've found some nice catches of silverfish, roach, rudd and bream, and the odd perch sprinkled in as well. So I'm here again. It's a very mild day today. The sun's been out all day. It's just clouding over a little bit, but I came up, as you can see, it's by my t-shirt, it's very mild. Still getting cold nights, but mild days, and first really mild one today. It's about 16 degrees today, so I thought, I know, I'll get up there and we'll see if we can't winkle out some big rudd. That's really was my thoughts. Whether we'll manage to or not, who knows, but that's the thought. And with that in mind, I brought the pole with me as well, my Maver 9.5 metre margin pole. So I think I'm going to get set up and I'll just quickly run you through the gear. So guys, as I mentioned, it's a 9.5 metre pole today, new addition to the armoury. I'm enjoying doing this pole fishing. Just the presentation it gives me on the canal is just second to none. And you have to excuse the noise. It's not the Battle of Britain again. You can probably hear there's a biplane buzzing about, making an absolute racket. A couple of areas. Just put a little feed in. What I'm going to do is feed along the margin here, much closer in the margin here, and I've fed a little bit about sort of in the middle of the track over there as well. I did fancy going a little bit further along the bank here, maybe, I don't know, 50 metres or so, but unfortunately this bit where I'm sat now is the only real bit of wide towpath that's up there as well. You can see I've got lots of trees above all the way along here. It's the only place with a bit of a gap as well to get the pole up in the air. So, being that it's quite warm and sunny, I'm expecting the towpath to be reasonably busy. So, hence I've picked a wider bit of towpath, especially in these times we're in now with social distancing. So I've got my good old Colmic GR1 float on. Very, very fine bristle on this. It seems to be working very well here, so if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I'm going to go on that. Baits I've got with me, usual fare, maggots, worms, bread, and I've got a bit of Sweetcorn with me as well. Now we've been having, as I mentioned, we've been having some very, very cold nights. Frosts every night. Tonight is actually going to be quite mild, and then we're back to frosts again, although the weather is going much nicer in the day. We're up sort of mid-teens, 12, 13, 14, although I think tomorrow's a little bit colder. But as I say, today's been very warm, hence leaving it till sort of 4 o'clock in the afternoon to come out really. Right, enough waffling. I'm just going to get this rig attached to the end of this pole, and then we'll have first drop in. So guys, if you've seen any previous videos, you'll know it'll be a little bit of a slow start here until things get going, but there are certainly some nice fish here to be had. Still on a size 20. So I'm going to start off on maggots. Got a few different spots to try, and perhaps rotate as well. So we're going to fish just in there, keep the feed going in, and a little bit further along, margins there, and just out in the middle of the track over there. So, landing net set up. I haven't got the rest of my pole sections out. Good. So let's get these fellas out. I haven't gone into any detail once again on the exact setup because I'm not your man for that. I'm a novice on the pole, as I'm sure you're aware, and I don't want to be giving anyone any duff information. There's plenty of very, very skilled pole anglers out there who can feel better off getting that sort of information from. So what I can tell you is got an 8 to 10 slick elastic on, size 20 Dren and Wren maggot, hook link, 3.3 pound main line. So we need that last section at the moment. Yeah, here we go. First put in. It's wonderful, isn't it? My maggots over here. Can just take a little while to get things going here. There are some wonderful fish here to catch though. I'm sure there must be bigger. Such a warm day as well. The canal's not moving at all. It's very strange. Would have thought it would have been moving with people opening locks, but it's not moving at all. There we go. Fish, a small one. Exactly what it is. Oh, it looks a bit hybrid-y to me. It looks like a hybrid to me. Looks very roachy, but it's a bit too deep bodied, and that fin's a bit of a giveaway. It's definitely not a true skimmer. I think that's possibly the first hybrid I've caught down here. Oh, there goes, guys. Very courteous. He went past us nice and slowly. Clocked on the side, it said waterways training, so yes, teaching people how to do a bit of boating, which is good because they need to learn something. Terrible. Well, we're not exactly ripping the place up. As I said, it can be a bit like that here. If you've seen any previous videos, you'll know it can be a little bit like that here. Forgot to mention the ground bait I've got with me. It's non-fish meal ground bait, mixed about 50-50 with some white crumb. That's I'm specifically targeting bream, which I'm not today. I always tend to use a non-fish meal ground bait. I've mixed it up fairly dry as well, so it's sort of enough to squeeze together to throw, but then it'll as soon as it hits the surface, it just breaks up into a cloud. Just having a bit of a feel around these spots at the moment. Let's see if we're going to get one that produces more than another one. Just trying that in the track, because often a boat going past can sort of stir the fish up a little bit. Just letting it run through. There we go. So, there's one fish out in the track now as well. Interesting. Doesn't feel too bad. Shit back into the hedge here. Looks like target species. Perhaps they're hanging out there. There we are, target species. Not quite the target size, but it's a start. We're on the right track. He wanted that maggot, didn't he? Oh no, I think this pike's back again attacking my keyboard. If you don't know what I'm talking about, see the previous video. And daftly, I didn't bring a predator rod again. Mind you, we couldn't catch him last time, could we? We tried. Simply just crashed into the keep net anyway.
Another one.
You around today? Well guys, absolutely bagging up at the moment. Having a bite every minute or so. It's fantastic. Like another hybrid. It was a hybrids today. Definitely not a pure roach with that anal fin. There's fish jumping everywhere. There's pike attacking my keeping. Wow. Just rotating around these spots, just seeing what fish I'm going to catch where, really. Catching plenty from just down here, but all sort of hybrids and roach, and nothing particularly big either. Wow, that looks like a silver bream. Oh, that's a silver bream. That's a nice one. Yes, it is. Definitely a silver bream. For those of you who don't know, they're different species, completely different species to the common bream, the bronze bream, and distinguished by having bigger scales, a very big eye, two red fins here. Salmon pink fins, as you can see. But they only grow to about £2, 2.5 pounds, something like that. But yeah, that's definitely silver bream. Wonderful. Lots of people tend to mistake them for skimmers. When you sort of know what to look for, and they look very different. Well, no, that's not true. They don't look very different. But they're certainly easy to recognise. They just look like a very strange looking skimmer to me. Almost like a pasty skimmer. Very silvery compared to skimmers. A few nice silver bream, that'd go down. Treat. This is a bit bigger. I've just popped a caster on. I don't actually have any casters. Well, clearly I do have casters, but I mean I don't have any casters apart from the ones that have turned in my maggots. I just put one of those on. This is a bit bigger, that's what it is. That looks a bit like a skimmer. That's a shame, I thought that was a nice rudd or roach. There's a true skimmer with unfortunately half a tail missing. But there's a true skimmer, very pale fins there, much smaller eye as well. And a protrusible mouth, which the See the protrusible mouth there, which the silver bream doesn't have. It has much more of a roach-like mouth. And of course, you end up with all slime after you've caught a bream. It's weird because the bream I catch down the Avon are not very slimy. But I have to say, the ones in this canal, absolutely humming. Really, really slimy. Right, let's have a try over there. Out in the track. I'm catching lots of smaller fish in here. It'd be nice to find those big rudd. Oh, this flipping pike. Thought I'd scared him off. Really wish I'd bought the gear. It's at my keep net again. I assume it's a pike. I haven't seen him this time. Trouble is, to go and get my gear, or Xander pike gear, I'd have to pack up and go back to the car. And of course, last time he spent the whole session attacking my keep net, and then when we went to catch him, I couldn't catch him. He didn't want to know. This feels a bit better. It's out in the track. Just trying to get him away. Oh, a bream. Oh, it's a nice red roach. Well, there we go. A bit of a nasty looking wound on his chin, but he had me thinking he was a big roach or something. Not massively surprised the breamer hanging out there in the deeper water. There wasn't a lot going on down here, so that's why I've sort of gone out there. We've got these 3 different swims to go at anyway. Do tend to find when the bream turn up, they sort of push all the other fish out. Just from experiences of catches, when the bream come, tends to be it for the roach and the rudd, till they clear off, and then you have sort of perhaps 20 minutes of nothing, and then the roach and the rudd will perhaps reappear. Yeah, this is probably another one. Just trying to get him out of the way and the swim. And of course checking this towpath before I ship in. Ship back into the hedge. Oh, it's a rudd. Wow, nice one as well. I thought that was a bream then. Oh, that's what we came for. So they're out in the track. Wow, that's what we came for. Beautiful. There we go. Decent rudd. So feisty. That's what we came for. Fab. I'm to really keep hold of him, I'm afraid. You'll have to excuse the fingers. He's properly not happy. Fab. That's brilliant. Might be a coincidence, but I put a yellow maggot on. Not a bronze one, a yellow one. Properly yellow. And that was first dabble. Not sure if there's anything in it. You never quite know, do you, with maggot colours, whether the colours making a difference or not. Might be a coincidence. We'll leave a yellow one on and we'll see. It does seem that the two rudd I've had are now have been out in the track rather than close in as I've had them before, so it's interesting. I'm not going to be too shy with the free offerings as well today. They do seem to be having it. Especially if there's bream around. They're going to be troughing. Well, this isn't small either. I haven't seen it yet. Feels quite lively. There's a rudd. Not as big as the last one. Fab, they definitely seem to be in that track out there. There we are, how's about that? Right, let's, as there's a boat coming, I'll try a bit closer in. Try maggot again. Yellow maggot. See, perhaps the rudd are on yellow maggots. Oh, another silver bream. How about that? Another lovely silver bream. Fab. Well, I've just bumped a fish off, guys, and that looked like a big roach to me. That's quite annoying. I saw it. Well, this is not small. Not sure what it is. I'm thinking it's probably a bream, but if it's not, we're into something decent. Oh, it's a rudd. Beautiful. Oh, that's a cracker. That's a cracker. Wow. That's a cracker. Fantastic. How's about that? Proper old warrior. Wonderful. Well, it's just gone 6 o'clock. Temperature's dropped a bit, and the action has dropped a bit as well. It's gone pretty quiet. Sun's in behind the clouds. It's clouded over a bit, but all my lines have gone really quiet. Not quite sure why. Oh, he says that and he gets a bite. So I've gone over, put grain of sweetcorn on. Tried it down here, had nothing. Tried it over there, had nothing. And just dropped it out there, as you saw, and just had a bite, which I managed to miss. Well, it's been a long wait, but we've finally got another fish. Here's another rudd, another huge one. Nice one. Oh yeah, half an hour it's been. Well, I haven't had a bite basically. But yeah, just had this lovely fella. It's a bit strange really, it's just been very, very quiet. Been all through the baits. Tried corn, even tried worm. Nothing doing at all. In all three of the different swims I've got going. But absolutely nothing doing at all. I've cut the feed down, I've just been sprinkling a few maggots in every so often. Finally had a bite over here. This feels better. Pulling the elastic. That's a bream. Had me thinking it was a nice rud then. Come on. Cheeky monkey. Well, there he is. Really had me thinking he was a nice rud or a roach. Never mind. Well, the bream are here now. Unfortunately, it's common bream, not silver bream. I'd love a silver bream that size. That'd be fab. Well, suddenly we'll come back to life again. Very bizarre. Only place I haven't had a fish for a while is down here. I'm going to try that now. As we've got bream over there and bream over there. Not that I really mind catching bream, don't get me wrong. But I did fancy it, as I said, a bit of a rud session, although the light levels as they are, I might be in for some roach. Roach have been, very few smaller ones, but they've been fairly absent today. Yeah, let's not use that. Push that back. I just have one section off there. There we are. Right here. Previous couple of sessions I've done really well. Down in very close to my feet, but today, not so much. Had a few fish down there, but not much at all. Seems a bit fast for a bream. Haven't seen it yet. I'm thinking rud. Like a rud. Bionic one. Great stuff. Got one about twice that big. I'd be very happy, chappy.
How have you been doing?
Catching quite a lot, actually. I caught 2 hours of like manic, and then it went quiet for about 3/4 of an hour, and I just started catching again. It was weird. When it was sunny, I was catching, and then it went cloudy, and it just stopped. Yeah. And then literally about 15 minutes ago, it kicked off again. I just had a rud while I've been talking to you, actually.
Ah, good.
But yeah, I'll oh, and another one. Just got one on now. Yeah, reasonable size. It's blimey, this is off.
I don't know if there's something like spawning going on or something, but they've just been
wouldn't surprise me after today.
Every so often the surface just starts to...
It's been very hot today, hasn't it? Yeah. I think it might have got them in the mood.
Spur them on, yeah. We'll have a go anyway, see what we can there's loads of activity here. It's mental.
This is a skimmer, I think, or a hybrid.
Need to, see what they are, but
yeah.
All right. Anyway, I'll leave you to it, and I'll.
Cool. Yeah. Good luck. Let me know how you get on, anyway.
Yeah. We'll do, mate. All right.
Cool.
All right. Leave you to it.
See ya. Cheers. I'll land me bream. See ya. Bye. Well, guys, that went off absolutely crazy. I was just talking to my mate Mick. That went absolutely crazy. It's definitely a hybrid. It looks quite roachy, but it's far too deep bodied. It's got a very roachy head. It's got a sort of protrusible mouth like a bream and that big anal fin of a bream. But it's definitely some roach in there. And it fought like a hybrid as well. And that's a stonking hybrid, that is. That's fantastic. Come on, careful. There you are. I do like catching hybrids. Really, really scrap. That was proper pulling. I'm back on the yellow maggots. They do seem to be doing the job. Sticking out in the track as well. I'm not fishing quite on the bottom. Because if I do fish on the bottom, I'm sure I'm going to catch lots of bream. So I'm trying to fishing, just a few inches off the bottom. A couple of inches off the bottom. Try and get not so breamed out. It's quite strange as well that literally it's been such a lovely day. Literally no one has walked past me. Not one person. It's very strange. Tempted fate now, haven't I? You get loads of walkers. Yeah, disgorging me landing net. Another lovely rod. Going crazy. There he is. It's actually quite interesting in keeping these different lines going. And you sort of try one and nothing. Switch to another one and get a bite straight away. See why the match guys do it. I mean, obviously I'm not in match. No match fishermen at all, but quite interesting way to keep the bites coming. So the sun is getting lower in the sky, as I'm sure you can see. We are still getting some bites. So what this is, it's a bit skimmery to me. Been quite surprised today, the amount of bream and skimmers we caught. Was it a roach? No, that's a roach actually. That's nice. Yeah, considering how bright it's been. That's a nice roach. A proper roach. What's this? It was a reasonable fish. It's got a bit of a flash of red fins then. I think this is a rod. Yeah, it's not huge. Put up a good account of himself. Just avoided the net. There we are. Well, it's not a bad one. Second biggest we've had today, I think. How's it like that? Wonderful. Well, what's this? We've had a long wait. I'm hoping it's a rudd or a roach, not a bream. So we're getting towards last knockings now. 8:15. That's a rudd, I believe. Nice one too. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's a nice one. How about that? Worth waiting for. It's getting pretty dark, as you can see. I'm only going to give it perhaps another 5 minutes. Yeah, we'll give it another 5. To be honest, I think in 5 minutes time I won't be able to see the float anyway. I was just thinking one more fish, but when you've caught one of those, you can't just catch one, can you? His big brother might be down there. I can hardly see the hook to put a maggot on, to be honest. I know I say it quite often if you see my videos that camera makes it look a lot lighter than it is, but it really does. I can barely see this hook. It is a 20, to be fair. I can barely see it in the light. So, yeah, proper struggling to put that on. Just went on double red just for the last 5 or 10 minutes. As I say, it's just gone 8:15, so we'll give it another 5 minutes. If he's out there, like I say, his mate might be out there with him. You never know. A few maggots over the top. Just about to see that float. Oh, well, we've got another one. It's not very big. I must have had that on the drop. Come on. Little skimmer. Was it a silver bream? Silver bream, I think. Look at the size of that eye, it's a silver bream. Well, we can't finish on that, can we? Or can we? We might not have any choice. I really can barely see that float. I've got it dotted down as there's only about 3mm sticking out of the water. So, yeah. Oh yeah, can only just about see it now. 5 minutes time, I won't be able to see it. And it's gone. feels reasonable fish again. Lead him away. Pulling the elastic out, certainly. Another rudd. Oh, can you believe they've switched on now? It's just starting to get dark. Well, yeah, can't believe it. I'm always saying, oh, that's the best time of the day. Did I say one more fish? Just one more fish. Wonderful. It's crazy, isn't it? I sat around for probably the best part of an hour. Hardly caught anything. All of a sudden they're crawling up the rod. Well, pole. They're absolutely nailing double red maggot when it's almost dark at the bottom of a reasonably murky canal. Oh, this has got some weight to it. Not sure what this is. It's pulling back. Possibly a bream. It's definitely pulling back. It's off. Oh, well, that's quite annoying. Well, I think it was probably a bream, but it felt good. The way it was sort of plodding around and thudding. I have to say I couldn't resist, guys. I've got my torch out that I illuminate the float with when I go float fishing at night. I can't see a thing. Yeah, I think that was probably a bream. Some proper weight to it, so I'm guessing it was a bream. But yes, keep looking on here and seeing how bright it looks on here, but it's really not. Yes, pole fishing by torchlight. I'm sure it's going to be bream, but as I say, I can't resist giving it another 10 minutes. It's just gone to 8:30, and I can't resist just giving it another 10 minutes. Just see if we can winkle something a bit special out. Of course, the benefit of doing this on a pole rather than with a rod is that I can just hold that that float in the torch beam fantastically well. You will literally give it 10 minutes. Just see, go and winkle something out. From the weight of that fish, it was a bream, I'm sure. Well, something just rolled in the swim. I'm not sure exactly what it was, but it looked like a tench. It looked quite tenchy to me. Slimy. Well, let's have a look what we've got. Quick look at the fish before we put them back. Yucki's in here again. Wonderful stuff. Some of these skimmers back. Lovely rudd. Beautiful. Nice hybrid too. Fantastic. So we've got a lovely net of fish again. You see that? I hope you can see that. Wonderful net of fish again. In there. Probably be better if I do that one here. Beautiful net. Rudd. Bream. Right, let's get them back. Well, you can see I ended up staying till it just about got dark. Couldn't resist, staying a little bit longer. But yeah, it all went a bit quiet in the end. So yeah, as you've seen, wonderful session. Really enjoyed that. Now I think next time I'm going to be out, as I mentioned earlier, quite possibly tomorrow. Just depends on the weather. We'll have to suck it and see a little bit. But if not tomorrow, then certainly later on in the week. So for now, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. Tight lines, enjoy your own angling. Many thanks to the channel patrons. And I'll see you all again very soon.